kids age, that's what I've discovered. The minute, and I don't know if you felt this way, but the minute your wife tells you she's pregnant,
yeah,
you actually have to start doing math with your age. And you go, I'm going to be 62 when this kid gets into college.
right.
And did you find yourself doing this?
No, you know, honestly, I was the one who was ready to have a kid. We have different circumstances in that when I met my wife, she had a 6-year-old, and by the time, you know, she was hitting 41 when I realized we're either gonna have a kid or not, and for a while I thought I'm okay, just sort of getting a taste of it secondhand. And I realized no, I really do want my own kid. And she was okay about it either way. So I'd already done the math. It was already in my head when I sort of decided, yeah, I'm ready to have a kid. But you're never ready.
No, it's...
You say you're ready, but you're never ready.
Well, it comes down to that basic fact. You cannot save sleep no matter how hard you try.
Right. But I think particularly with men, we're never ready, really.
Well, me, it's even worse because I get to be the stay-at-home dad.
Ah, okay.
Which is why I end up videotaping the kid way too much, because, I'm bored, I have an editing system. Let's do something fun with the kid.
Yeah.
How did you... Now, were these the early stuff, that was just playful home movie stuff, right?
Yeah, it was playful home movie, but when you're a documentary filmmaker, you also have like half an eye out for doing it, not necessarily because you think there's a film in it, but like you're kind of used to doing it in a little more professional way. So like our interviews, plus it was sort of fun when she was like 3 to do a formal interview. You know what I mean? It's like, it wasn't just like set up a camera in front of a window and like, so Lucy, like, what do you man, it was more, can we actually have a serious discussion? And it was fun because Lucy also, from a very early age, instinctively would grab the camera afterwards and want to shoot me. Mm-hmm. And so we actually have a whole series of mutual interviews over the years.
You've been videotaping her for all these years, especially during the "What do you want to do when you grow up" segment. At no point did she start talking about showbiz, really?
No, I mean, I learned pretty early on that Lucy never particularly wanted to make documentaries. In fact, she kind of, there's one particular time when she was about 10 that she was like in her mocking stage, particularly of, yeah, Dad, I'll be a documentary filmmaker when I grow up. Yeah, sure. And laugh uproariously. So no, she really. I thought that there was like a very short window of time when she was about like 7 or 8 where I thought she may go in that direction. And she enjoyed playing around with the camera a bit when she was younger. Then she hit like 12, 13. It was like, Dad, stop filming me. It's like, don't film me anymore. And it's like we went through like a 3-year period where I didn't shoot her because, in fact, I was a bit surprised. She actually agreed to let me shoot her during her senior year.
But she still, at one point, there was the scene where she wanted you to stop too.
Oh, during the film, yeah. There was like, I never knew on any given day when I was shooting with her for the film whether she'd be okay with it, not okay with it, or be okay and then stop being okay after 5 minutes. So it was always stressful.
Was it? I should say, sometimes when you're interviewing a subject and they get kind of testy or whatever, and you turn the camera off and you can walk away. It's like, okay, I got what I need. I can go now. But you still got to be Dad. It's that kind of. How did you emotionally handle turn off the camera?
For the most part, it was fine. I mean, I really tried to respect her feelings about it. I'm not going to I just wanted to make sure that when I did turn off the camera, it was because, she really wanted me to turn off the camera. So, like, I may not have done it, like, immediately, but but I really did try and take my cues from her and only do it when, when I really needed something. I don't use the eyepiece a lot. I use the fold-out thing, but I try and put my eye, I want them to look into the lens as much as they can. So I try and get as close there, and oftentimes I will be holding out in front. So even though the eyepiece is out, they're pretty much looking at me behind it. I like that sense that we're looking right into the lens, rather than there. So I actually didn't shoot with Lucy from the day she was born. I mean, like I
wasn't going to shoot the birth.
No, but like, I mean, people seem to think that all I've been doing is shooting with her whole life, and whatever. It's sort of a nice little catch. It's a nice shortcut. But the fact is, I probably only shot about 50 hours total up until she was a senior in high school. I don't even think that much. And that's including all the interviews. I mean, I just mean any family footage that she was even in.
Yeah.
And I'd be surprised if it was actually over 40, now that I think of it. So, you're talking about like 2, maybe 3 hours a year.
An average parent amount of shooting.
Yeah, that included like concert recitals and her doing little dance routines, and it's like, come on.
So the kid wasn't that, yeah.
It's not like she was like followed around everywhere by a camera crew. I mean, people bring their own like interpretations.
What is a John and Kate +H situation at the household?
Yeah.
Is it hard to intimidate your daughter's boyfriend when he doesn't understand English?
No. It wasn't hard to, well, put it this way, I didn't want to intimidate him. I mean, honestly, in the film, I'm playing him for laughs a little bit. Mm-hmm. He had a nice role to play in it, and he did it perfectly. And I did my little role in it, and I'm mostly doing it for comedic effect, except at the end, it's nice because there actually is a moment of connection, and it's kind of a surprise to me. So I think it works really well. It was too bad that neither of us could really speak the other's language. I mean, we made our little flailing efforts.
Mm-hmm. And now I guess Lucy has seen the finished film?
No, she hasn't seen the finished. Well, yes, I sent her the finished film. She hasn't told me what she how she feels about it, but I did see she saw 2 different versions of it early on, of rough cuts. And it was hard on her the first time. The second time, she was better with it. She was only criticizing what she was wearing at different times. Dad, why did you let me wear that stupid turquoise T-shirt? It looks so stupid. I look really stupid in it. Like, you're stupid for letting me wear that stupid shirt.
Not like if you told her not to wear the shirt all those years ago, she would have followed through with it, because what do you know about fashion, Dad?
No, she's got a really strong fashion sense.
So cool. Listen, and now as the film, as far as releasing goes, has there been any?
We have a distributor who we're just about to sign with, and we're talking about a theatrical release in the fall, early fall. So I mean, we don't know how wide yet. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We don't have like a huge budget. So.
Are you playing any other festivals at this moment?
Yeah, a couple. Sarasota, Hot Docs, Maine, a few international ones. Not nearly like we did with 51 Birch Street, though. Mm-hmm. It really helps when you start out in a big festival like Toronto, which we did there, mm-hmm. and then everybody just programs you sight unseen. But because we didn't start in a bigger one, just not getting the same kind of invites, which is fine. I actually am perfectly happy to do less and have a distributor. We did a zillion of them, 51 Birch, without a distributor, hoping to get a distributor, and it's like much more fun this way. So.
Quick, and do you have a third family member you'll be putting into a documentary?
Bird, Feathers, yes. The bird will be starring in his own, but
go for an Animal Planet documentary.
Yeah, and beyond the bird, I don't know.